that voted for Hitler.
So
To detain me, you have to articulate suspicion of crime.
yes, we've tried. Yeah. You keep interrupting. We offered you.
So can I see it?
Yeah.
You haven't even cited it yet. You haven't cited the ordinance yet.
36
What does it say?
In August of 2021, Austin Whitsitt, a live streamer and activist, set up an amplified speaker on the Grandview Terrace at Mount Rushmore National Memorial in Pennington County, South Dakota, and began broadcasting his views to visitors. He told his own audience, on stream, that he'd already been confronted by rangers in the area for doing this exact thing before. So he knew a conversation was coming. About 22 minutes into his speech, 2 park rangers walked up and asked him to stop. Welcome to Badge Done Right, where we spotlight law enforcement done right. If you're new here, hit subscribe and join us. Now let's get into the story.
Oh, story time. So apparently NASA supposedly took us to the moon in 1969. Did you know that they admitted that they brought Nazis over here to take us to the moon? It's called Operation Paperclip. Do you guys think that Nazis would ever lie? Did you guys know it's declassified? Operation Paperclip. We brought Nazis over here. So.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, man?
How you doing now?
I'm doing good.
All right. So we're just coming back.
Yeah.
Want to give you every opportunity. We have the permit paperwork if you'd like to apply for a permit. We have your regulations showing you that this is not an approved area. Would you like to move?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, so what's the decibel?
Yeah. So, well, no, I'm citing you for engaging in an activity.
Well, let me see the law.
You need to let him.
Do you know how the law works?
So what I'm asking, I'm going to need your ID.
I don't have to give you my ID. Are you detaining me?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Okay, for what? What suspicion of what crime?
If you fail to identify yourself, you're going to be detained.
So to detain me, you have to. Yeah, actually, to ID me, you have to detain me.
I just have to cite you.
No.
So I'm citing you with 36 CFR 1.6.
Which says what?
For failing to engage or failing to get a permit for an activity.
So can I see this? Can I see the ordinance?
Yes. Over here.
No.
The rangers told him he was demonstrating without a permit and handed him the paperwork to get one. Under federal regulation, Title 36, Section 2.51, a demonstration includes speech making, picketing, holding vigils, and other expression likely to draw a crowd. Mount Rushmore has 6 designated areas where you can do that. In those areas, a group of 25 or fewer needs no permit at all. Outside them, you do. Whitsitt was on the Grandview Terrace. That's not one of the 6. The amphitheater just below him, where he could have spoken freely, permit-free, is. Now here's the part the story usually skips. Why does that permit-free rule exist for small groups? Because of a man named Michael Bordley. He was handing out religious literature at Mount Rushmore when a ranger told him he needed a speech permit. He sued. And in 2010, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in Bordley versus U.S. Department of the Interior that forcing individuals and small groups to get a permit before speaking in a national park's free speech areas violates the First Amendment, and struck those regulations down in their entirety. The Park Service rewrote the rules afterward. That's why a lone speaker can now stand in the amphitheater and say anything he wants without asking permission first. So the free speech zone the rangers pointed to wasn't a cage. It was the thing Bordley won, at this exact monument. The reason the terrace itself is different comes from the same case. The court said Mount Rushmore doesn't become a public forum just because it's called a national park. The question isn't what you call the place, it's what the place is actually for. A memorial's viewing terrace isn't a soapbox, and a content-neutral permit rule there is a much easier sell in court.
So,
Well, you guys are. Yeah, I don't care if I'm outnumbered by brain-dead zombies that go in the house for curfews and lockdowns.
okay. What I'm asking is, do you have an ID?
You go back in your house. It's past your curfew.
Do you have an ID?
What's up?
Do you have an ID?
Am I being detained?
Yes.
Okay, so suspicion of what crime?
You are engaging in an activity that requires a permit.
Can I see the law
Yes.
then?
Let's go over here. And
Why are you trying to move me away from my camera to cite it?
Yeah.
You're being really
You
weird.
take your camera.
No, you can just show it to me right now.
Here's a whole bunch of information here.
Don't touch me, man. All right, look.
Just so I have you guys together, you're good together, right?
Come on over here.
Right, you said if we stood right
This is
here,
hilarious.
it would be fine.
Yeah.
Spoke, but then you got your speaker and you got your banner
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
Now,
You guys support this, don't you? The First Amendment being infringed upon?
so setting
Welcome to
this
the death
up,
of America.
all of this equipment
Yay, let's all clap because our First Amendment's getting thrown away.
Only if we're selling.
You guys would have been real good in Nazi Germany. Probably would have been the part of the 98% that voted for Hitler. So, to detain me, you have to articulate suspicion of crime.
Yes, we've tried.
Yeah.
You keep interrupting.
We offered you.
So can I see it? You haven't even cited it yet. You haven't cited the ordinance yet.
36
What does it
CFR
say?
1.6.
Specifically, read it.
I'm not required to
Yeah, you
do
are.
that.
Yeah, you are.
Hey,
Negative.
let him talk.
So
Dude, read the ordinance.
engaging
Trying to.
in an activity requiring a permit.
Okay, so specifically,
Yeah.
which part of what we're doing requires the
Using an
permit?
audio device.
Okay, so what's the
Audio,
decibel reading?
Banner.
You can't have it at all.
So can I see the law?
Yes. He's trying to explain this.
I want to see the law.
So what I'm going to need is your ID, or I'm going to need you to give me your name and date of birth, state of your auto.
I need to see the law. Are you not
Yeah.
listening?
So what I'm going to do.
Under 2.51 and 2.50,
Told me
if you're
you're with
engaging in an
this, so
activity
I'm
that
gonna-
requires
Let
an
me just
audio
read it.
device, you need to have
I
a
need your
permit.
name and date of birth.
Okay, let me read it.
Yeah.
You don't have to ID yourself.
You do
Look
have
at-
to ID yourself.
No, you don't.
If
You're gonna be
fail to ID
fired, buddy.
yourself, You fail to ID yourself.
I was just at the White House doing this, by the way. You guys realize this is the death of our free speech.
Audio disturbances.
Okay? Does it have a certain
There's
decibel?
one. Time out. But
Yeah, you guys are trying to intimidate us. That's why they won't show us the law. I read the law before I came here. Yeah, it says a certain decibel. I know that for a fact. Yes, it does.
if you have the permit.
What we're going to do, I'm going to, if you fail to identify yourself, I'm going to arrest you for refusing to identify yourself.
Wow.
Number two, I'm going to confiscate all of this as evidence.
Yeah, that's called theft.
Witsit refused to give his name. The Rangers said that could get him arrested, and that his equipment could be seized. Two separate legal questions here, and they don't have the same answer. Park rangers are federal law enforcement officers under Title 54, Section 102701. They're authorized to investigate offenses committed in the national park system, so asking who he was, squarely within their authority. But arresting him purely for refusing to answer? That doesn't hold up. Neither federal law nor South Dakota law makes it a crime to decline to identify yourself. On that narrow point, Witsit was right, and the Rangers were mistaken. It just didn't matter, because they already had probable cause for something else. He was demonstrating in an undesignated area, on his own live stream, in front of two federal officers. When an arrest is lawful, officers may search the arrestee and seize evidence connected to the offense. Here the speaker and the sign weren't random property. They were the instruments of the violation itself. Seizing them as evidence was on solid ground. Being right about one rule doesn't make you right about the situation.
Big tough guy.
It's called
So let me tell you what the law says.
Yeah.
So whenever you have to come give a warning as to someone doing something illegal,
And I gave it to you.
you have to cite the law and read what
Yeah.
it says as to what is prohibited.
Engaging in activity requiring a permit.
So what part of it requires the permit?
Your audio device and your banner.
So can I read the law? Is that an unfounded
Yeah.
request?
I'm not required to print out and show you.
You are required to cite the ordinance
I
and say
did.
what it says. Okay, then I'll just research. I'll look it up. Say the ordinance
Keep
again.
your hands out of your pockets for
Say
me.
the ordinance again, buddy.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Say the ordinance again.
36 CFR 1.6.
36 CFR 1.6.
No,
This is hilarious. I have to do your job for you.
no problem. So, sir, let me ask you, do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Sir,
Do you have weapons on you?
I do. Do you
Yeah,
have
you're
weapons
really
on you?
intimidating me. Oh, man. Chill out, bro. You're going to cuff me for what?
Sir, put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'm going to take your phone. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you kidding me?
Negotiate,
Nope.
brother.
Put your hands behind your
Wow.
back. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest. This is public property,
Look,
bro.
brother, you had a chance.
I asked you just to show me the law,
You
man.
keep interrupting.
I asked
We're
to see the
trying to
law,
explain
dude.
to you. You're gonna know what the law is when you get addressed to it in the court of law.
Are you kidding me right now?
No,
Why
I'm
can't I
not
just?
kidding.
Do you know it's illegal
No.
to not tell me what the law says?
And we've been trying. You keep interrupting.
I've asked you 30
I'm
times.
And I'm trying to explain 30
Okay,
times.
will you
keep
tell me what the law
interrupting.
says then?
You need to stop. You need to stop.
Will you tell me what the law says?
You need to stop. You just
Witsit insisted the Rangers were legally required to say out loud which law he was violating. He was wrong, and this one trips up almost everybody. In the 2004 case, Devon Peck versus Alford, the Supreme Court said that while it's good police practice to tell someone why they're being arrested, the court has never held that to be constitutionally required. Notice comes later. An arrestee has to be brought promptly before a neutral magistrate for a probable cause determination, and that's where the charge gets stated on the record. Same goes for the other thing people expect from television. Miranda versus Arizona, 1966, requires officers to warn you of the right to remain silent, that your words can be used against you, and the right to a lawyer, but only before a custodial interrogation. If nobody's questioning you, no warning is owed. Arrest alone doesn't trigger it. Here's what makes this segment worth watching. The Rangers weren't obligated to explain anything. They explained anyway. They named the regulation. They printed the code. They handed him the permit application. They did the thing the Constitution doesn't make them do, repeatedly.
Wow.
Please, just calm down, okay?
You refused to identify him.
Please.
No, I did not. I asked you to tell me what the law says.
Look.
He was engaging a crime, engaging in activity,
Please,
applying a
please,
permit, setting
calm
up
down.
the speaker and the banner on the DVD.
You guys are fucking tyrants, dude.
Look, that is your opinion. You're
No,
obviously
stop
opposite.
touching me, man.
But look, just
Fuck
calm
you,
down.
dude.
Okay.
All I did was ask you to read the law.
Yeah, I understand.
And you guys still never read the law. I asked you guys that over there.
Hey, dealing with this gentleman, same thing. He's either going to identify himself or going to detain him as well.
So why can't I just ask you what the law is? Is that not reasonable?
I told it to you multiple times.
But I wanted to know what it said, man.
So
Because
I'm
I
not
had
required-
5 different
Yeah, I'm not
officers
required to.
lie about what the ordinance is, like
Read that
numerous
to you
times.
verbatim.
You have to prove that what I'm doing is illegal, man. It's the law, dude.
And I did, 36 CFR.
And it says what specifically?
Engaging in activity requiring a permit.
And then underneath that, it identifies this as an identity that this needs a permit. You know, as specific. So why wouldn't you just tell me what it says? Not on a microphone. America is not free anymore. America is not free. You have the right to be heard, but not in America, I guess, where my friends died. So I asked you where specifically it says that's
If he's not going to identify himself, he's getting detained too.
just,
What's that?
Yeah, thanks. His ID's in the truck.
Okay. Well, why don't you go and escort him over there?
so you're not even going to just tell me what the law says?
I already did.
No, you didn't.
Come on. We're walking this way.
Oh, hey, what's this guy's name? Look. Wow.
The stream kept running for roughly 2.5 more hours. The Rangers escorted the camera operator out, took the speaker and the sign as evidence, and, once he provided ID, wrote him a citation and let him go. Whitsitt was arrested. After his release, the two came back to the terrace, and he stood there and said his piece again, this time straight into the camera. No Rangers, no incident. Which tells you something. The Rangers were never trying to silence him. They were trying to move him. Watch the Rangers in this footage and count how many times they hand him a way out. They offer the amphitheater. They print the regulation. They produce the permit form. They keep their voices level while a loudspeaker argues back at them. They were within their authority from the first second, and they still spent 20 minutes trying not to use it. They weren't flawless. They misread South Dakota's identification law, and if that had been their only ground, this arrest falls apart. That's worth saying plainly, because a channel that only ever praises isn't worth trusting. But here's what they got right, and it's the thing that matters. Enforcement without escalation. They had probable cause from the moment the speech started, and they still treated arrest as the last tool in the drawer instead of the first. And the deepest irony of the whole encounter is that Michael Bordley already fought this fight at this monument and won. The result of that win was a rule that would have let Whitsitt speak, unpermitted, uncensored, a few feet down the hill. He was standing on ground somebody had already cleared for him. He just refused to step onto it. A badge doesn't make the decision. The person behind it does. These two decided, over and over, that being right wasn't the same thing as being harsh. That's the story from Mount Rushmore. Proof that good policing isn't the exception, it's a choice officers make every single day. Subscribe, stay sharp, and remember, accountability works both ways. I'll see you in the next story.